Should you care about multiclassing in Baldur's Gate 3? Well, hopefully this video will help you decide. Hello Adventurers Archive here, and welcome back to another episode of Baldur's Gate 3! In today's video, I'm going to be helping you all out by sharing with you some strong multiclassing combinations. But before we get into all that, let me explain how multiclassing works. For the most part, multiclassing in Baldur's Gate 3 works exactly the same as the tabletop version of D&D 5th edition, meaning at level 1 you will decide on a class. After that, each time you level up, you'll have the option to either continue leveling in that class, or you can choose to take a complete new class. Something you must keep in mind though is, your class level is different to your overall character level, meaning if you took 3 levels in Warlock, and then you decide to pick up a level in Sorcerer, you're now at combined level of 4. So now you're asking, why is it important to remember all of this? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's important because some things in game will either be tied to your character level or your class level. For example, your proficiency bonus increases will happen at character level 5 and 9, whereas your ability score improvements or feats are tied to your class levels, which happens at levels 4, 8 and 12. So in short, when you decide to pick up a new class, you will be delaying some important features. So now you're probably thinking, why should I even bother multiclassing then? Well, did your rogue come across an all-powerful otherworldly being who promised to help make their every dream come true? Or maybe your fighter has become a little overconfident with all the victories, and now loves to tell the stories and sing all about the time he slayed the Mind Flayer. Well, what I'm trying to say is, in my opinion, the best reason for multiclassing is always role-playing. Without going into too many spoilers, in the first act alone there are several key story points that you could use to inspire your character multiclassing. Other reasons to consider multiclassing is when you need to address a negative in your character's build. For example, if you're feeling you keep coming up a little short and need an extra action to get the job done, then take 2 levels in Fighter and get the feature Action Surge. Or are your attacks not quite cutting it and you feel that you could benefit from a little bit more damage? Then consider getting 1 level in Rogue and gain the feature Sneak Attack. Just remember though that not all classes work well together, and by multiclassing you can sometimes make your character a lot weaker in the long run. What I mean by this is that your ability scores won't always be optimized for a certain mixture of classes. For example, take the Druid. Druid's primary ability score is Wisdom. If you was to multiclass them with a Wizard, whose primary ability score is Intelligence, you would be spreading your ability points a little bit thin, meaning that your wizard spells probably wouldn't do as much power as they was meant to. Now on to the best part of multiclassing and why it's so strong if it's done right. That being the class features. When you take on a new level in a new class, you'll gain the class features corresponding with that level. What I mean by this is, rogues get sneak attack at level 1, barbarians get rage at level 1, and paladins get smite at level 2, so on and so on and so on. For example, if your monk is feeling a little angry all the time, a level in Barbarian will have them raging in no time flat. However, something to remember is that features have rules. For example, the extra attack feature doesn't stack when gained through multiclassing, as well as features like unarmored defense, as you can only be so unarmed. To note, when it comes to proficiencies, you'll get some, like armor and weapon proficiencies, and sometimes skills, but not all when you gain the first level in a new class. And just so you're aware, you won't get any additional saving throw proficiencies when you multiclass. Now before I leave you all, let's give you a few strong multiclassing combinations for you to try out. Starting with some strong melee combinations. Start off by taking your first 5 levels in Fighter, and be sure to pick up the subclass Battlemaster. Then you want to pick up a level in Barbarian to gain the Rage feature. Now you have the combined power of a skilled tactician with the raw power and durability of a Barbarian. Another strong combination can be made by pairing the Rogue and the Ranger class, as these will give you more stealth, better initiative, as well as some extra damage from your Sneak Attack and Hunter's Mark. As for strong spellcasting combinations, multiclassing the Warlock and the Sorcerer class is a dream come true. Pick up 5 levels in Warlock and at least 2 levels in Sorcerer. This will allow you to put out high damage due to the Warlock having arguably the strongest cantrip in the game. Pairing that with the quick cast feature of the Sorcerer makes for a powerful combo. And there we have it, multiclassing made easy. If you have any interesting builds that you'd like to share, leave them in the comments down below. I'd love to give them a look over and hopefully make a video out of them later on down the line. Like always, if you've took the time to watch this far, feel free to hit that like button and please help me out by hitting that subscribe button. And if you just can't wait for some more Baldur's Gate 3, feel free to check one of these videos out on screen, and I'll catch you in the next episode of Baldur's Gate 3. Until next time, happy adventuring. Bye.